US history students, I am just here to show you a couple things about citing your sources for your iMovie project. So as you can see, I'm in Noodle Tools and I've created a list. So I have my US history iMovie. You can name it that, you can name it your topic, whatever's going to help you remember. So I'm ready to add my citations. I have my Google Drive open so that if I have articles from the database I want to save, I can put them in there. And then I'm ready to go find some sources. So I'm on the high school webpage, and yes, you know you can get to the database page this way. I like to go to the bottom and use this link because it goes to the website. And then right up here it says databases, so I can click on that. And then I know that you guys know the US history database is on Gale, which is right here, so I can access that one as well. And I have my list of Gale databases, and I'm going to go straight down. There's a new one right here called the Smithsonian Primary Sources in U.S. History. That might be a great place to go to find some primary source documents. I'm going to start in U.S. History and Context. And my topic happens to be Brown versus Board of Education, and check that out. It's the featured topic today. So I can click Explore this topic. If it was not the featured topic, I'd go up here and start typing in Brown versus Board of Education. But since it's that featured one, I'm going to hit this back button and click Explore this topic. So my topic is a featured topic, so it looks like this. Yours might be this way. It might look a little bit different. It might look more like this, where it's got just the articles in order, and then it will have all of them for you to choose from. I'm going to go back just so I can show you this screen right here. So remember, this article is an overview article. It's a reference article, and if I click on read more, I'll be able to get the full article right here. This is a nice long comprehensive article of what this topic is. You can see also that there are links to other topics that might be relevant to this one. And then I have a bibliography. These are sources that they used to write this article. We don't have access to these because they're books, and I know they're books because it says this right here and this right here. So that tells me that that is a book. This one is a book, and this one. So they used 4 books that we don't have access to. But I have access to this article. They've done the work for me, and now I can read it. If I hover over this word school, you can see it says related articles for schools. Same thing with education. So this gives me other articles if I wanted to get a little broader. NAACP would have more articles as well. So you can see that that is something I can use. So this article would be a great place to start. When I go back to my list, I can see over on the side there's all these sources here that will give me information on my topic or some part of my topic. If I scroll down, I have all of those articles then down here, and I can look through. Here's some primary sources and some biographies, videos, images, which I might need either one for my iMovie, but I'll come back to that. Here's some audio, magazines, news, journals. Here's a case overview, and then here's some more primary sources. Here's some websites, and then again, here's some related topics. So I have lots of information. I'm going to start with this primary source, that's Brown versus Board of Education. If I click on that, here I have an actual Supreme Court of the United States document from the National Archives. So it's actually the case, and I can click on Show Full Article. And then here's the description of the case as far as what was in the Supreme Court. And here's kind of an overview of it. Here's the people involved. Here's the opinion. So lots of good information. Here it even tells me a little bit about this. This is from the database. Here's some facts. Here's even some questions and ideas that teachers might use, and maybe you'll use them for yours. So this is primary source is definitely something I want to have, even if I just put this image in my iMovie. So there's a couple things I can do. Over here, I could highlight a note and do notes if I wanted to. I'm signed in. If you're not signed in to Google, all you do is just click on this button right here, and then you're signed in. So I'm going to send this to my Google Drive. So I click on Send to Google Drive, and it says it'll appear shortly. and you're thinking, why do I want to do that? I have it right here. If I have track tonight and I'm going to be on the bus really late, now I have this in my Drive, and if I have my Drive app, I can access this from my phone. That would be helpful. Also, if I have this in my Drive, and here it's not here yet, it takes a little bit, then I can, let's see if it comes back, there it is. I can click on it, and then I can't highlight the image, but when the full text appears, this text down here, I can do whatever I want with that text. So if I decide that this part is really important, I could go in and highlight it so that I remember that I want to use that part. So this is my document now. If I wanted to delete that, I could delete that. This is my document to do whatever I want. And my source citation, that goes with it, is down here at the bottom as well. Right here is my source citation. Okay, so there's a couple options I can use. What I really want to do is, go here and go to Citation Tools. And then there's 2 citations, and I'm going to tell you that either one would work. I think this second one is the best because it's giving credit to Gale. So Gale has this primary source, Brown versus Board. This one doesn't give credit to Gale like this one does. So I like the second one. You can download this, but the best thing to do is to export it. And so if I hit select and say export to Noodle Tools, and then export. And my Noodle Tools is open. I have it open here. Let's see if this works. So it shows both, that it's going to do both. And it says these references are formed using data. If you think there's an error, let's help them improve. I'm going to say these references will look good and I don't need to edit them. Then down here it says which project do you want it to be in. This is the project I'm using. And so I say import references. And now it says 2 references successfully exported. So if I go to my Noodle Tools and I hit refresh, there are my citations. And I already said that this was the one I wanted because it talks about Gale. So I'm going to go over here to my options and hit delete. Yes, I want to delete it. So I like this one. It comes from this source right here, from this database. So I don't even have to search that primary source database separately. Gale did it for me. And if I wanted to go in and edit, I could hit edit right here. And then I could tweak this however I wanted. But it looks good to me. It has my database. I'm going to hit save. And now I have my citation here. And tomorrow when I come back, I can click View Live Web Page. And now it's there. So I can go back to my Noodle Tools, go back to U.S. History. Now let's see. I'm going to go and do this article here. This is my overview article. I'm going to do the same thing. I know that I want this article to help me understand my topic. I'm going to hit Citation Tools. I'm going to select Noodle Tools, and I'm going to export. Maybe. Oh, I think it's done it a couple times. Let's see. There it is. Okay, so there's my citation. I'm going to say US and import references. Go back to Noodle Tools, refresh, and there it is. So now I have 2 sources. I can go back to my article and I can say send to my Google Drive so that I can use this article and highlight. I can highlight here, but I'll just let you know it doesn't keep it. Even if you're signed in, it won't save your highlights and notes. So you must do it in Google. And you can do comments here, so you could do your notes right there if you wanted. You can highlight your information. You can do all those things in Google Drive. So now I have 2 sources, and I am ready to go.